What's going on, folks, and welcome back to Eternum. Today we're actually going to be talking about some old news that we covered over a year ago. There's been some topics that I've seen people get extremely curious about, and these are things that have actually been touched on through press interviews or from Amazon Game Studios themselves. Alongside that, we also got a massive dump of new background videos and screenshots that were added to the New World Creator Kit. Some of this is just a deeper showcase of things we've already known about or seen before, but a few of them give us insight on what certain locations are going to look like. Like to start with, we have a video right here with the title Garden of Genesis. If you don't remember, that was the endgame expedition introduced in this recent March update. It's a dungeon themed after the Angry Earth faction and located in the region of Eden Grove. It requires us to go through prerequisite quest lines and features two bosses including the Caretaker and the Blighted Greenskeeper. Right beside this one, we also have another background video titled The Lazarus Expedition. The thing is, this is completely new. The first expedition we were told about is the Amrine Expedition. More than likely for the April update we'll be getting news on this, but just based off the surrounding area, this is probably either in Reekwater or Ebonscale Reach. And I'm leaning more towards Reekwater because the Amrine Expedition teaches us more about the Ancients, the Garden of Genesis teaches us about the Angry Earth, so what's left is the Lost and the Corrupted. And this definitely looks like it's from the Lost. Following that, we've got some general background videos like this one from Restless Shores, giving us an animated look at the redesign they've done for this zone. They've done this very same change across all settlements, so each one now looks unique and special in its own way. Along with that, they've also aesthetically changed what the workbenches look like as they upgrade. We can see a couple different examples of this here, but in video form this time. We've got ourselves the Arcanist bench, the armor crafting, blacksmithing, cooking bench, and leatherworking. Next to that, we've got a little showcase of the fishing system again, and then we have Ebonscale Reach. So this is an animated version of the picture we saw during the Empress update. In the background, we can really see the Eastern themed aesthetic brought to life. I don't think a lot of people know this about me, but I grew up on some of the Chinese MMOs, and the culture in general has always been one of my favorites. I actually was able to get back into my Photobucket account and was able to retrieve a lot of my past memories from Wuxia games I absolutely love, like Age of Wushu. So long story short, I think I'll definitely enjoy this zone. But at some point, I still really want to see areas based off Roman, especially Greek, and Viking culture, plus others like Egyptian as well. Moving on, other than some miscellaneous ones, we've got a short video on the inside of a decorated house where we have ourselves a cute little mastiff dog in the corner. But unlike the ones we've seen before, this one has a little decoration on its head. This lets us know that we might see customization options for pets that we can place in the house, but ever since the Barkimedes thing, I think a lot of people are still wondering if they'll ever do follower pets or combat pets. But that ultimately leads us into the next part of the video, the recap of old news that could still be valid or invalid at this point, like their plans for housing, the cash shop in Twitch Prime, etc. Firstly, let me start by saying that tomorrow, March 30th, marks the date when more alpha keys are going to be sent out specifically for the EU server. There's a big chance they'll send out more keys in general, so for those of you in other parts of the world like North America, might be a good idea to keep checking your email just in case. Now for the news, let's talk about this really quick. So last year, back in like February of 2020, there was a huge press event where multiple media groups were able to interview Amazon Game Studios. First one I want to reiterate on is the cash shop. I've seen a lot of questions and curiosities about what kind of monetization model they would go for. They've already stated before, and this is probably still accurate, that aside from the buy-to-play price on their Steam page, they'll only have the cosmetic cash shop for things like costumes and housing furniture. In addition to that, they also mentioned Twitch Prime cosmetics being a thing, which I feel 100% is making its way into the game either way. Because from a business standpoint, I'm guessing they want to really integrate this with the Twitch platform. That same article also mentioned their future plans for housing, like more customization options, more interactions, when it comes to gear, the dying system, which we've already played with previously, and specifically their Twitch integration. So back in the Mind-MMO articles, they revealed that they were thinking of doing something known as streamer spotlights and streamer armies. These two are the ones I'm least certain about if they'll actually be a thing. But basically the streamer spotlight is where you can identify yourself in-game if you're broadcasting live. For the streamer armies, it sounded like a raid group system or something that would kick in during territory wars and invasions, where if you're on the same server as a streamer, you can join their group at the click of a button. This is something I'd probably never touch regardless because I just don't stream on that platform anymore. But I do have something planned similar that's not exactly a guild, but I'll be revealing closer to beta or launch. Also, just quickly wanted to say, the Greatsword weapon is still highly anticipated and sought after. They've made no official announcement about it yet, but we did cover that there were multiple different teasers for it, such as this old screenshot, as well as a mystery weapon that looks like a placeholder in the smaller video on their Steam page. Last thing is that they did in fact once talk about the possibility of naval mechanics. It was mentioned as a possibility a long time ago during a PC Gamer article, if that turns out to be something players want, which I'm hoping we can all collectively agree would be pretty awesome. With that, that's all for now, and thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful night or day, and farewell.